Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore podcast, the podcast that reviews the movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 702, and it is your review of Deadpool. As always, this is Nerd Chicano here to host the show alongside my wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful Thursday. It's Thursday evening.
Yeah, Thursday night, live, early, and ad-free for everybody over on patreon.com/the Nerdcore. For $1 a month, you get this episode and Monday's episodes live and early before anybody else gets to watch them on their days that they drop. And of course, they're mostly, no, I'm sorry, I'm messing up there, but they're always ad-free on the Patreon. And yeah, they're not always going to be on Mondays and Thursdays now because schedule's a little different. But what's it called? You will guarantee 2 episodes a week. It's just gonna sometimes be different. So, yeah. But with that being said, thank you all. Of course, Brad. Before we can get into review, how are you doing today?
You know I'm on that LA dro.
Brad's been saying that for a fucking minute, bro.
Yeah, it was since last night.
Yeah, he just can't stop saying it.
Can't stop saying it.
LA dro.
LA dro. I'm doing well, Raul. Doing well. I got pierogies. I'm happy. I'm stuffed. Some pierogies, some hunter stew, some good Polish food up in there. So
nice. Glad you ate before this, man. That's why you had to take 10 extra minutes, right?
Oh, I had to take 10 extra minutes because of what I ate. So
yeah. Sounds about right, huh?
All's well that's down there, by the way.
Yeah. That sounds right, bro. Sounds right. It's all good, man. I understand. I've been there before, and I'm sure that a lot of us have been there before. Mm-hmm. We just gotta let it out.
Yep.
But yeah, man. Brad, anything else? How was work, man? Anything else going on with you?
No, I didn't go to work today.
No, you damn, Brad.
No. No. We had to go up to another city for reasons. Okay. So all good.
All good. Okay. I was about to say, damn, man, like he's just saying, fuck this. I don't gotta work.
I mean, I you know the meme of when workers figure out they're important.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten to that point because on our way back from where we were, I get a call from one of my employees, and he's like, "Does anyone work?" Because we have 2 offices. Does anyone work at this other office? Because I'm at the door and no one's answering the fucking door. So I literally had to call the office and be like, "Can you let my guy in?"
Yep.
Like he's at the front door. Can you please let him in?
Yeah, you please let him in. Yeah. That's funny, man. That is funny. God damn it, Brad. Well, I mean, that's just the way it is, right?
That's how it goes sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
And I guess there's a reason he called me. So.
Yeah.
Like he's like, nobody's answering the fucking door. Well, I'm not there.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'd let you in.
He goes, hey, but I could really use somebody to open this door, huh? Oh God. But yeah, man. I hope that everyone's doing well. Today we're gonna be discussing Deadpool because I wanted to celebrate Deadpool and Wolverine, and after doing a nice little scroll through our feed, I realized we never actually reviewed the first Deadpool film.
Did we review the second one?
Yes, we reviewed Deadpool
2. Because we were doing this podcast when that dropped.
Yeah. We did it after this movie came out way before a year before we did the podcast.
Yeah.
So, we just hadn't gotten around to it, and I'm sure that it would be nice to not just have 2 and 3 review, but also the first one because the first one's what started it. But yeah, I chilled today, Brad. I went ahead and I just watched this film, and that's about it. That's all I got going on today.
I had watched this film. I had watched this film before the 3rd movie dropped. So
yeah,
oh, good there. Yeah, because I did a rewatch of it.
So. Okay, so you went ahead and you rewatched.
Yeah, I watched the first one and the second one, and then we went to the theater for the 3rd one.
Okay, well, That's cool, man. You watched 2 and 3 in the what's it called in the theater, right?
Yeah, yes. I'm just remembering the second one in the theater. That was interesting. If you want
Yeah.
about that, you can go listen to the review. So
Oh god, that's funny. That's funny. Um, yeah, man, I did not get to rewatch these movies before the what's it called the new one came out. So I what's it called just went ahead and just went in there. Um, I've seen this one multiple times now.
Same.
Deadpool 2 I never rewatched past the after the first time I watched it, but after watching this tonight I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to what's it called rewatch this movie.
You
Um,
didn't want to see little baby legs, little baby
no
legs,
baby leg,
little
baby
baby
leg.
legs.
Yeah, yeah. But with that said, Brad, let's go ahead and get this thing going, huh?
Let's go.
All right, man.
Maximum effort.
Maximum effort, Brad. Maximum effort. Um,
Olives and pineapple on pizza.
yeah. Fuck off with that. Yeah, yeah. It's no. I'm glad that had to stay off the yeah. I'm like I remember him liking that, and then I rewatched this. I'm like, oh, he does fucking like that. Fuck. Yeah. Not a fan of the Wade special. Not a fan of the Wade special at all. With that being said, let's go ahead and get this going. So, if you haven't watched Deadpool 1, you should probably get out of here if you care about sports. But if you don't care about sports or you've already seen the episode, the film, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes is your one and only spoiler warning. And it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerdcore is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. Deadpool is a 2016 American superhero pool film. I'm sorry, bro. I'm reading the thing here, not to be confused with The Deadpool, which is a 1988 American neo-noir action thriller, which stars Clint Eastwood. This just sounds interesting. I might want to watch this now. Um, it's American film directed by Tim Miller in his directorial debut and written by Rhett Reese, Paul Wernick, based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name and distributed by 20th Century Fox. It is a spin-off of the X-Men film series and its overall 8th installment. The film stars Ryan Reynolds in the title role alongside Mohena Bahayin, Ed Skrein, TJ Miller, Gina Carano, and Brianna Hildebrand. In the film, Wade Wilson hunts the man responsible for giving him mutant abilities and a scarred physical appearance, becoming the anti-hero Deadpool. Following a green light from Fox in 2014, principal photography took place in Vancouver, British Columbia between March and May 2015. Several vendors provided visual effects for the film, ranging from the addition of blood and gore to a creation of the CGI character Colossus. Deadpool premiered at the Le Grand Rex in Paris on February 8, 2016, and was released in the United States on February 12th after an unconventional marketing campaign. Yeah, what was the unconventional marketing campaign? The film achieved both financial and critical success, earning $782.6 million against a $58 million budget, becoming the ninth highest grossing film in 2016 and breaking numerous records, including the highest grossing film in the X-Men series and the highest grossing R-rated film at the time. Critics praised Reynolds' performance, the film's style, faithfulness to the comics, and action sequences. Though some critics criticized the plot as formulaic, the film received many awards and nominations, including 2 Critics' Choice Awards and 2 Golden Globe nominations. 2 sequels have been released, Deadpool 2 in 2018, and of course, Deadpool and Wolverine this year, with the latter being part of Phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Um, cinematography by Ken Seng, edited by Julianne Clark. Music is by Tom Holkenborg, and it sits at an hour and 48 minutes. Yeah, an hour and 48 minutes, and 58 million. It made 782.6 million at the box office. Brad, as a massive success.
Huge success.
I did not realize it was that much. Definitely don't confuse Ryan Reynolds and Clint Eastwood. No, dude, they're very different people, huh? Two very different people. Uh, but man, Brad, it's been a while since I've seen this. I can't remember the last time I rewatched this film. I think it was before I watched Deadpool 2. I'm not gonna even lie to you, Brad.
Yeah. When
But
was Deadpool 2? 2018, 2019?
2018, yeah,
Yeah.
2018. But excuse me,
That's crazy.
that's a long time.
Because
Brad.
of the Fox and the Disney, the Fox Fallout Disney merger,
Yeah,
it took Disney a while to figure out what exactly they were going to do with Deadpool.
ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
But
6 years. 6 years it took them to figure out, like, what the fuck do we do with Ryan Reynolds?
oh god, yeah. But Brad, I have to say, like, this movie's still really good. I really enjoy this movie. I don't get what people say, like, oh, the humor's like really cringy and like, oh, it's like not that funny and it's just like it's formulaic and it's like, well, I mean, it's obviously like playing off a rom com in this film, so it's gonna
Yeah.
be a bit formulaic with the rom com tropes. But I have to say, like, I love the action in this film. I think that the jokes are hilarious. I still very much laugh at these jokes. They still get me. And something that I really appreciated this time around more was like the soundtrack. I really like the songs that they picked for this film.
Yeah.
But Brad, what are your initial thoughts?
It's a good Deadpool movie. I don't understand, like, when people are like, oh, the comedy's cringy, like you said.
Yeah.
It's Deadpool. He's supposed to be the merc with the mouth. He's annoying. You're supposed to just hate him talking at some point. That's just
Yeah.
who he is. But at the same time, you're like, don't stop talking, because sometimes it's freaking funny. It's hilarious. And, I think a lot of people, you had to be there before this
You
thing
really
came
did,
out.
bro.
You had to be there because this had been talked about for years. And there had been news of, like, they had did some test footage, and we didn't know about it. We didn't see it until what, like 2-3 years later, when it got leaked.
Yep. Which
And
I believe I'm pretty sure it was Ryan Reynolds. like,
it's pretty positive as Ryan Reynolds. But that's the thing, is this is a project Fox didn't want to do. This was Fox being pushed to it by the fans to
yep.
do this film. And you can tell that with how much of a budget they gave it, which is nothing for a superhero movie in 2016. And I give points to that because, to make a good superhero film with no budget is beyond unbelievable. And I have here a chart. So yes, I'm going to PowerPoint.
Brad's like, I'm remembering this.
Look at this. Look at it. So here's Deadpool in 2016. Remember, that's 2016 money.
Yeah.
58 million. The four under that, they're all before that. Kick-Ass in 2010, 30 million. We remember Kick-Ass.
Yep.
I mean, a good movie, but also I don't think up to Deadpool level, honestly. Batman in 89 was 35 million. What's 35 million in today's dollars, or in 2016 dollars, you would think? It's probably way more than that 58 million spent.
Yep.
You got Blade in 98 with 40 million, same story, and Elektra in 05 with 43 million. But then you go down and you look at all these other films.
Yeah.
Look at all these other films and how much was
Hell
spent.
did that woman need 100?
Yeah, exactly. Catwoman, which was like horrid in 2004, 100 million. Ant-Man in 2015, 130 million. Batman Begins in 05 got 150 million. This movie 1 year later, or sorry, 11 years later, got 58 million.
Yep.
So, and superhero wise, this film shouldn't have worked.
No, it shouldn't have worked. And the fact that it even did work to begin with was like a massive what's it called, surprise, because they had been working on this movie since 2004. They've been wanting to make a Deadpool movie for so long. It didn't fucking go through. It didn't get made. They give us that terrible Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine, which is not Deadpool at all.
Yeah.
And
No.
that just absolutely destroys that. And like the fact that we even got this movie, Brad, like it was like, that's why I'm telling people, like, you really got to put this one a little higher when you talk about these movies, because it's like the fact that this one even exists is a massive
Yeah,
accomplishment in itself.
because Fox wasn't pushing it. Like Fox did not have any faith in this.
The opening. No, there's no actual that's incredible in the movie. I like the Deadpool from X-Men Origins better. No, a
100 million for a
little.
Catwoman a litter budget.
Yeah.
That's basically right. I mean, you just look at these budgets for some. Spider-Man in '02 had 139 million. Hulk in '03 had 137 million.
Yeah.
Crazy numbers. And this had 58 million. And when you watch this movie, they play onto that. Like they know they have no budget. Like they go to, the Xavier's school. And
Mhm.
there's no one there.
Oh
There's
man.
Colossus and there's Teenage Warhead. I'm not gonna try to say the first name because I'll mess up in some form, or somebody will clip it and try to mess me up or AI it.
Yeah. But man, I've got to say, Brad, I like I said, this movie is so good. I love just the fourth wall breaks. They're hilarious. I love that one's my favorite. It's like, what's it called? The notice so no one's here. It goes, studio didn't have money for the other ones.
Yeah, I I mean, and Colossus, like that probably was the most money spent in that whole movie, was that CGI right there.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
And Ajax. So the villain in this, I mean, he's not like what we got with Cassandra and Deadpool and
yeah.
Wolverine. He's not like a very huge villain of any kind of sort. It's kind of like two guys with beef. That's what this movie is, and their villain. It's not like Killmonger. It's not like a huge great backstory we're seeing. We get to see Francis, and he just hates Deadpool.
Yeah. And then the fact that, Brad, like, what's it called? It's R-rated, Brad. The action is bloody. It is absolutely, what's it called, filled with cursing in this film. It's like,
Yeah,
you know, he's not the regular superhero. He's just, what's it called? Deadpool. Deadpool. What's it called? Deadpool works because it's violent, because it's, what's it called? Because it's got a mouth, and because it's so much fun.
that's the character though. That's the character in the
Yep.
comics, and I think the budget was probably blown on that Zamboni. Uh,
I love it. It's like, you're gonna die
let's
in
see.
5 minutes.
But that's the character in this. And I mean, we said it with Deadpool and Wolverine when it first came out that they were making it, and we're like, it's got to be rated R. It's not going
Yeah.
to work if it's a PG-13.
But
Like,
dude, what's it called? Even even Joker has that budget, and it still works really well. Like, what's it called? This really was like showcasing that, like, you can make these big movies with a 50 to $60 million budget.
yeah.
You don't need that overly inflated 100 to 200 mil budget, man.
I mean, is Tim Miller another Kevin Smith kind of? You give him a small budget and then he just rakes in the money for you.
I don't know, Brad, because what's it called? Terminator Dark Fate wasn't. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
don't mention that.
Yeah. Yeah. But man, I gotta say, I really do love this movie. I love the chemistry between Wade and Vanessa. I think that Reynolds and Baccarin do a great job with their characters, and they work so well. Um,
I do
and
have to say Wade Wilson is kind of a big dumb idiot when he basically the reason he doesn't go back to Vanessa is like, I'm ugly, and
I'm
it's like,
ugly.
I mean like, she's not gonna care, bro.
Yeah, she's not gonna care, bro. Yeah,
Like, she's not gonna give a shit.
yeah. Um, I
Now she's
thought,
just mad at you that you were alive this whole time.
yeah. But I mean, Reynolds really has such great chemistry with everybody, man. Like Colossus, with with Blind Hal,
Well,
listen, can
I mean, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Like,
yes, man.
we say it in every movie Ryan Reynolds is in. He's not playing a character. He's just Ryan Reynolds. It's like The Rock. It's The Rock playing The Rock. This is Ryan Reynolds playing Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
That's just who it is. I mean, just I guess with a script.
Yeah. But Brad, this even like the I can't believe they even include animation in this film, bro.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, like the with the what's it called, like the ponies and stuff. When
Hmm.
I thought that was hilarious.
I mean,
Um,
we got Blind Owl. I think that's everyone's favorite character
yeah,
doing
dude, and
cocaine.
what's it called? Even like what's it called? The CGI looks really good too, man. Like
It's
it's not
not bad.
terrible.
Like
It's
you
not
go back
terrible.
to it, and it's not bad in comparison. I mean, like we go back to, was it the Wolverine, the one where
Yeah,
they didn't have the finished CGI? At least the one I watched didn't have finished CGI.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Brad. I don't remember finishing seeing the finish
there,
CGI in
there was
that.
like tanks and planes. I don't know which version I got that I watched,
Yeah,
but there was CGI that was not finished in that film.
yeah. I don't know what the hell you watch, Brad. What the hell you were watching? Yeah,
We're
but
not gonna say how I got those movies.
yeah, yeah. But man, I've got to say, about how many years now, Brad? It's like 8 years later. Yeah, eight
Yeah,
years later, man. I still love this movie. I think
it's
it's still
fun.
so much fun. I think that the humor still works. Yes, it's childish, it's stupid humor, and
That's
it's
Deadpool.
really cringy. But
It's
that's
Deadpool.
Deadpool. That's
That's
who he
Deadpool.
is. The
The
Buccaneer,
Buccaneer
Buccaneer
cut.
cut. Oh my god. Um, but let's go. That's who the character is, Brad. And I think that some people when they revisited it, they were like expecting, what's it called, like, oh, this has to be like this, like what's it called? I gotta remember, like they're trying to see it with like a mature, what's it called,
No,
mature superhero film, and it's like that's not what it is, man.
no. I
This,
mean that's what all the other Marvel characters are. They're your mature, like. I
yeah,
mean, even I guess Tony Stark has a. You watch the first film. There's quite a bit of comedy in Tony Stark's character in
yeah,
that. Deadpool is just Deadpool, and that's what they get. And the fact that we are now on our third movie, specifically Disney has continued with a third
yeah,
Deadpool movie. No one could foresee that when, like, before this. Like, we never thought Deadpool was coming out. That's and I mean
yeah,
that's what I say. You had to be there when they dropped that clip on YouTube, and everybody's mind was blown. Be like, okay, why isn't this movie out? Like, when are they releasing the movie? And then like they basically forced Fox
yeah.
into doing this.
Oh man, and then what's it called? The post credit scene, Brad.
Go home.
I love that.
Get out
That's
of
what
here.
I love about these films, like the post credit scene in this one, the post credit scene in Deadpool 2, and now the one in Deadpool and Wolverine. It's like they're not serious. Like they're
No,
not. No, like
no.
Deadpool is gonna make fun of the whole idea of the post credit scene in like the Marvel films.
And when they say the superhero fatigue, I think it's the fatigue of all these movies trying to sell other movies that are coming
Yeah,
after it. I think that's our fatigue with it. And with
yeah,
Deadpool's movies, he's not really trying to do that. Do you get some characters like, okay, we got the why is Thor crying in the last one? So they had a little bit of it, but not to the extent of there's a television show coming out along with another movie,
no.
another movie that ties into
And
this
even then,
movie.
what's it called? The fucking post credit scene of Deadpool and Wolverine is just what's it called? It's just us confirming that what's it called? Johnny Storm said all that.
Yeah, which is great. And Deadpool going, I fucking told you. I fucking told you. You blame me for his death, and I fucking told you. I mean, that's great.
Yeah,
And I love it when it's just a nice little Easter egg.
yeah.
And Easter eggs back in the day, they didn't really lead to anything, but they were kind of fun.
Yeah. But I still very much love this movie. I think that it's still very entertaining. I think at an hour and 48 minutes, it's as long as it needs to be. I don't think it
For
needs to
the
be
for the
any shorter.
story, yeah, for the story it's telling, it's
Yeah.
fine.
But I can agree where people say like it's a bit formulaic, but it's because it's following the tropes of a rom com. Let's be honest, and,
Yeah,
and
which
and those tropes are very
let
formulaic.
and let's be real here. Ryan Reynolds has been in a lot of rom coms, like
Yeah,
a lot.
that's what he's the most what's it called famous for.
Yes,
So
huge.
yeah,
I mean,
so
Matthew McConaughey was the same way
yeah,
until like
yeah,
I think what Dallas Buyers Club or Lincoln Lawyer or some shit.
yeah. But man, I gotta say, Brad, it's still freaking awesome, and I love the action. I love the chemistry. I love the music and the soundtrack in here. I find it hilarious rewatching this. How people were like, "Oh my god, Deadpool Wolverine's like color palette looks terrible and it looks so what's it called flat." And it's like I've watched this and I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? This
That's the same.
wasn't like this isn't the colorful film that y'all think it is, bro. Like
No,
what?"
no,
I
it's
what
not.
else? Right now, Disney series, Disney Plus series of D23. Alan the Bolivian marching powder,
I would watch that.
marching
That
powder.
that is a series I would
I
actually
would
watch.
watch that, bro.
I
I would watch an
watch
hour and
every
48
episode.
minutes of Blind Owl,
I
Brad.
would I would watch that.
Yeah,
A blind owl just knocking shit in her house trying to find shit. Where about the cocaine shit?
yeah, yeah. Only thing I have to say, guys, what's like, why did he have to fucking do the weight special? Fuck the pineapple and the yeah. But I still love it, man, and I'm glad that I got to rewatch it because it really does. What's it called? To me, just really what's it called? It's really one of the best superhero films. I think it's
it's
one of the best X
it's
Men
a fun
films.
popcorn movie. That's what we
Yeah,
keep saying with every Deadpool movie.
yeah.
Can't we
It's a
just enjoy something and not have to overthink it and be like, how does this tie in? Like I don't care.
yeah,
I want a
yeah,
movie where I don't care about that.
yeah. And this one did it for me, man. And this one's really did. And yeah, I can't believe like this one, like even like characters like Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Colossus, who like before this one I was like didn't know jack shit about these characters, and then once when I
Oh,
watched this one, I was like,
now
oh
I
my
have a
god, like I love these characters, and I want to know more
yeah,
about
and
them.
I have a Funko Pop of Teenage Warhead, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But with that said, Brett, what's your final verdict?
I am going to give Deadpool a hefty 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10. I'm pretty sure I gave Deadpool and Wolverine. Um,
I think I gave it higher.
I think
I
I
think I gave
gave
like
it
a nine and
higher,
a half out
bro.
of 10.
Yeah, I
I
had to
think.
give that higher, right?
Or 9.25.
I gave Deadpool and Wolverine an 8.25 out of 10. And I think I enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine more than this one. Now, having rewatched this one, I think I just had way more fun with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give Deadpool an 8 out of 10. I
Solid.
like Deadpool. It's damn good movie, and I really do enjoy it a
Solid.
lot. Um, I'm really interested in rewatching what's it called, Deadpool 2, and seeing how that works. But yeah. Man, thank you guys so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate it. And that concludes our review of Deadpool. As always, you can keep up to date with us on nerdcore.com, Twitter at the Nerdcore underscore, Instagram at the Nerdcore. It's the letterbox at the Nerdcore, TikTok at the Nerdcore, Patreon.com/the Nerdcore, and our description below has our Discord link where you can talk to us about Deadpool and how how what's it called? How Stacy calls him Cancer Man. No Stan Lee. My favorite Stan Lee cameos in this movie, Brad.
And Stan Lee had fun doing that shit.
Oh my god, he had the most fun, Brad.
Yeah.
He had to
He
have
had,
the most fun with that.
like he didn't have to be serious at all in this.
Yeah, that shit is hilarious. I know he was having the time of his life filming that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but as always in the YouTube video, make sure that you go ahead and what's it called? And leave a comment. Please drop a comment in there. Tell us what do you think about Deadpool 1? What do you think about it like 6 years, I mean 8 years later? And of course, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss another review on the channel. And of course, if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app of choice, follow us and leave a 5-star review on that app. All of that helps us out so much, and we could use your viewership and your listenership. I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but we thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you guys give us. It really does mean the world to us. Of course, we want to thank our patrons that make this possible. Without them, let's just be honest, we're not doing this at the level that we're doing it. And we thank you guys so much for being there for us. Of course, we want to thank our executive producer, Shane. Where can they find him, Brad?
You follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at ThruitIL or go buy something for the Suppy God at PresentCityVintage.com.
Damn straight, man. And of course, we are going to be back next week as we continue on with our Federico Fellini month. And crossing my fingers, still not sure, Brad. You might have to pick another movie. I have not gotten any other, what's it called? Any word about those films you wanted to watch. So
Okay.
yeah. Looks like after we're done here, looks like you might have to pick a movie just in case.
Okay.
But yeah. With that said, we'll be back on Sunday to do our review of Batman Cape Crusader because I'm about like 2 episodes left from finishing that, so easily can finish that tomorrow. And yeah, Brad, I believe you're done with that already, right?
Which one?
Batman Cape Crusader.
Yes, I have finished that.
Yep. And yeah, guys, next week we not next week, but the following week we have Rings of Power coming back. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we got the Penguin September.
In September.
Yeah.
But Brad, remember City of God? The film?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're making a sequel television series on
Okay.
Max. So I might watch the first episode and see if maybe we can do reviews of that because Julia's interested in coming on to talk about that.
Okay.
So yeah, really interested. But with that said, guys, we're still not done here. We're full steam ahead. We got a lot of other shows that we're gonna watch, a lot of more movies. But for now, we're getting out of here. Brad, let's go ahead and send him out of here.
All right, Raul. Thank you for being host as always. Thank you to Stacy for joining us in chat once again. We appreciate you, Stacy. Thank you to all those who join us in future chats. Thank you to our listeners out there, our Patreon supporters, and all those who have been liking and just clicking on our shorts. Thank you very much. We'll keep posting those. Thank you to everyone who dislikes those too, because it's kind of funny. Thank you. And to end this episode, I leave you with the question: whatever happened to TJ Miller and Gina Carano? Young Yoda out.
One shouldn't have been caught being a diddler.
What happened indeed?
One